MS, good morning. So I'm going to start. I'm not going to wait more than that. Let's start. So today we are going to start with a worksheet. This is the second worksheet. Yani it's a revision for everything covered during semester 2. And it is required for the exam. Okay? So everything in this worksheet is required for the exam. Can you hear me? I allowed you to unmute yourselves.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So let's start. Read the following selection in which the writer tackles the problem of water shortage in Lebanon. Then carry out the activities that follow. Okay. As I always tell you, these two lines that precede the text are very important because they always tell us what is the text about and what is the text talk about, the problem in the text, and so on. So when you read them, you will have a general idea about the text. Okay? That's why I always tell you read them because they are very important. So the title of our lesson, of our text for today is Stop Wasting Water. When I say stop wasting water, it means people in Lebanon are wasting water. People in Lebanon are using water more than they even need, and they are using it for things which are unnecessary, and they are just wasting it. And you know that we should stop wasting water in order to have water for the next generation and so on. So we are going to start reading the text and explaining it. And after that, we will start with the exercises. Okay? Yeah. Let's start. Ali Basma, start reading, please. Read paragraphs 1 and 2. Ali?
Miss,
Yes, Maya. Read.
can I read?
Yes, read.
Don't be fooled, say the experts. If the recent rains bring Lebanon's dry season to an end, even when the heavy rain arrive as expected, they shouldn't wash away signs of the water crisis for Lebanon. Lebanon has the highest precipitation rate in the Middle East, but the bulk of rain falls between December and April. One of the reasons for the empty taps every year is that Lebanon lacks the means to collect, store, and regulate the support of water throughout the year. Plans to create a national network of dams and and reservoirs have
Yes.
existed for decades, but apart from Lake Arun, nothing has seen the light.
Okay. So don't be fooled, say the experts. It means don't let anyone betray you. Don't let anyone lie to you. If the recent rains bring Lebanon's dry season to an end, even when the heavy rains arrive as expected, and even when it rains heavily, in order, of course, to save this water, they shouldn't wash away signs of water crisis for Lebanon. So there is a water crisis in Lebanon. There is a problem in using water in Lebanon. Lebanon has the highest precipitation rate in the Middle East. When I say precipitation, it means the underground water. يعني بنسميها in Arabic المياه الجوفية. Lebanon has the highest amount or percentage of this water, but the bulk of rain falls between December and April. One of the reasons for the empty taps every year is that Lebanon lacks the means to collect. So even though it rains a lot in Lebanon every winter, and even though Lebanon has the highest amount in the Middle East in water precipitation, but the problem is that Lebanon lack the means to collect. يعني they do not have the equipment, they do not have the means that allow them to collect the rains and allow them to collect the precipitated water. Store and regulate the supply of water throughout the year. So they even lack the means to collect, store, and regulate. Plans to create a national network of dams. You know what is a dam? Who knows what is a dam? A dam يعني السد القرعون and so on. These are used to save water. يعني السد, the dam, is used to save water. So they were talking about a plan in order to create a national network of dams, that more than one dam and reservoirs have existed for decades. So this plan have existed for decades, 10 years ago, tens of years ago. But apart from Lake Karaon, nothing has seen the light. So we don't have any other dam other than Lake Karaon. Okay? Who will read? Celine Najde, can you read paragraphs 3 and 4? Celine?
Yes, miss.
Read paragraphs 3 and 4, please.
بس أنا مبينة عندي black screen عشان my internet مش بحال. Lebanese authorities estimate the average annual rainfall to be 8,600 million cubic meters. Half of this is lost through evaporation, while another 20% or so flows to neighboring countries and the sea, leaving Lebanon with some 2,580 million cubic meters a year. In Lebanon, largely thanks to the winter storms, hardly anyone is thinking of economizing same water. Better persuade people to live on Mars. That's because for the moment there's enough water for every caretaker to throw it away by the bucket load while cleaning the stairs, or to hose down the roads in hot weather, even though there hasn't been a drop of rain in weeks.
Okay, so Lebanese authorities estimate the average annual rainfall to be 8,600 million cubic meters. So they estimate, these are the amounts, okay, of rains every year. Half of this is lost through evaporation, while another 20% are so flows to neighboring countries and the sea. Okay, so this water or this great, huge amount of water which is raining is not stored, okay? Leaving Lebanon with some 2,580 MCM a year. So almost 6,000 MCM are lost. In Lebanon, largely thanks to the winter storms, hardly anyone is thinking of economizing, save water. Better persuade people to live on Mars. That's because for the cleaning the stairs, oh, no, sorry, I missed a line. That's because of the moment there is enough water for every caretaker to throw it away and the bucket load while cleaning the stairs, or to hose down the roads in hot weather. So this is what Lebanese people do. Akid, you all live in buildings and you see how many times they wash the stairs or clean the stairs. This is just a waste of water. They also hose down the roads in hot water. Sometimes you can see them standing by the streets and putting water on the roads in hot weather, even though there hasn't been a drop of rain in weeks. So this is what Lebanese people do. They are just wasting water because they are irresponsible. Okay? Okay, we still have paragraphs 5, 6, and 7. Paragraph 5, who will read? Ismail, can you read?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Experts say that Lebanon's carefree attitude to water use will have to charge. People will have to start thinking of water as a limited resource and use it more sparingly. Uh, Talking to coup from other countries where shortages are already severe. Everyone will have to play a part, starting with the env- environmentalists first cry, don't run the tap while cleaning your teeth.
Read paragraph 6 also, Ismail, please.
The UN estimates Lebanon's present needs to be no more than 1,600 MCM a year, meaning there is still an annual surplus. In fact, apart from the lack of national dams and reservoirs, the reason that many people, especially in the cities, have to ration water use every atom is the overstate of the country's water networks that often date back to the 1960s or even further.
Okay. So, experts say that Lebanon's carefree attitude to water use will have to change. So they have to change this this way of using water. People will have to start thinking of water as a limited resource. إنه مش نحن عنا an open amount of water and we can use it as much as we want. No, think about this as a limited resource and use it more sparingly, taking their cue from other countries. So into when you see other countries paying money in order to have water and you already have a great amount of it. So learn, okay? Learn a lesson from these countries and save your water. Where shortages are already severe, everyone will have to play a part, starting with the environmentalists' first cry, don't run the tap while cleaning your teeth. So there are many things that we can do in order to save water. The UN estimates Lebanon's present needs to be more than 1,600 MCM a year, meaning there is still an annual surplus in fact, apart from the lack of national dams and reservoirs, the reason that many people, especially in the cities, have to ration water use every autumn is the awful state of the country's water networks. So even the country's networks, يعني مثل البنى التحتية and so on, are horrible. Okay? And sometimes the water that, especially in Beirut, you know, the water sometimes is salty. Networks that often date back to 1960s or even further. So all the networks, يعني كل إمدادات المي go back to the 1960s. So they are already ruined and there is nobody, of course, to fix these. Paragraph 7, I will read it quickly. Unfortunately, even if dams were built and the networks were repaired, Lebanon would still face the prospect of shortages in the near future. Since the population is growing by 2.5% a year, experts expect Lebanon's needs to double soon. So even if we build dams, our use to the water will be doubled because the population is growing. The belief that conservation measures should be taken. Building dams and pipelines to regulate supply is one thing, but in the end, the only real solution for water shortage is to reduce consumption, يعني is to reduce the use of water. Okay. Let's go to the gloss. I don't know, the glossary, it explains the unfamiliar words like carefree, having no worries, dams, a body of water confined by a barrier, and sparingly means practiced carefully. And let me tell you that this lesson is under the theme of pollution, okay? Because water shortage, water pollution, هن كلهم under the theme of pollution. Yeah, now it's your turn. And do you have your worksheets? Yani, did you